Hi guys, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to the Q&A special for Vedanta Limited. Tell me if I'm audible and properly visible. Can you see a bit of better lighting today? Is the lighting better today? Maybe yes, better. Cool. ठीक है, perfect. So yes, loads better. Thank you. So, oops, 1 minute. So what I have done is I have gotten one more light here, right next to me. Face is glowing only from left side, because I have just sneaked in one of my studio lights here, so that the lighting is much better. Okay. Anyways, so we are going to start off with the Q&A for Vedanta. What I did was I have downloaded few questions which were asked by few of the viewers only. Okay. And I didn't get fundamental video. Is that only for? Okay, yes. Sunita, I understood your question. The new video on Whirlpool, which is the stock of the month analysis, that is only for the pro investors, and that is the reason why you might not be able to see the lecture maybe. Okay. So if you are interested in a good analysis, then I definitely suggest that you should be checking out for the pro investor membership. Okay. So I'll just quickly take you to the okay. Are the questions visible? I'm trying to zoom it further. Are the questions visible? Just tell me yes or no. We'll directly go into the questions without wasting a lot of time then. Madhav says yes. Yeah, I can see it on the screen as well. What? No. Here, Marcus. No. Now they are visible. Not readable. Okay, I'll try to zoom in further. 1 minute. Okay, wait, I should take it to 200% maybe, or 300%. Then they'll be better off, I guess. No, wait, 250. I'm bargaining with the PDF. 275. Much better now. Okay, so I think this is much clearer now. You can take it to the landscape for a better view maybe. So that is the very first question for you. The first question is by Marcus Aurelius, and the very first question which has been asked is, whatever the price the promoters agree with institutional investors, will that be available for retail individual investors as well or not? A very important question. Whatever price is decided between, whatever price is decided by the company, by Vedanta, that will be available for all. It's not like for retail individual investors the price will be different, and for the domestic institutional investors the price will be different. Not at all. So the price will be same for each and everyone. Okay. There's one more question. What is the possibility that they join hands and bully the RII and force to sell the shares at a lesser price? Marx or Marcus, whatever. I feel that this possibility of they joining hands and bullying the RII is very less. For a simple reason, please understand this, that the domestic institutional investors, if they themselves have bought the shares at a much higher price, right now, if you know about this, that Vedanta share has drastically gone down in the last 1 year. So there is a great possibility that the domestic institutional investors have also bought the share at a higher price. So they also won't like to buy the share back. I mean, they would also not like to offer the share in the delisting process at a price of 87 or close to that. Okay. So I personally feel that even the domestic institutional investors, the FIIs, the FPIs, they are also not going to give in, is my thought process. If they are offering a low price, as low as whatever they offered, whatever indicative price they have said is 89, I don't think they'll agree to this. So I hope both the questions are answered. There is least possibility, I feel, of bullying the RII and forcing to share at lower price, and the price also remains the same for RII and DII, everyone. Okay. Second question is by Sir Sandeep Maurya. Thank you, ma'am, for the nice explanation. Thank you. I have a question. If still somebody is being stubborn and holds the share, mainly because of dividend and the entry point at which he or she bought is more than 2 times the current price. So I didn't check the share price today, but assume that the current price was 90 and assume that that person has bought it at 180 or let us say 200. And that is why he's stubborn, he or she is stubborn. I don't want to offer it in the delisting process at let us say 87, 90, whatever. Then what? Very good question. Will a shareholder be still eligible for dividends declared by the promoters even after delisting? Very amazing question. Will a shareholder be eligible for dividends declared by the promoters even after delisting? As Vedanta is one of the companies with good dividend yield. Okay, I'll answer both these questions. Okay, number one, even if it is having a good dividend yield, also understand that the face value is only 2%. Okay. Sorry, what 2%? The face value is only 2 rupees. Okay, so even if the company says we are declaring 100% dividend, how much you are going to get? Only 2 rupees. Okay, and 2 rupees as a percentage of the current market price might not be a very good dividend yield, number one. Number two, but a very important question is that will you still receive dividend if the share gets delisted? Answer is 100% yes. 100% yes, you will still be getting dividends even if the share gets delisted. But then what is the problem? Can anyone tell me the problem? What could happen if the person still holds on to the shares? What could happen? Can anyone tell me? Liquidity, absolutely. That will be the problem. See, the moment you want to sell the shares, that will never happen. Liquidity is the biggest problem. Okay, so if it happens that if any shareholder feels that I should hold on to it just because I will keep on getting I'll keep on getting dividends, I don't think that's a very good idea. If this delisting is finalized, then giving it back makes more sense rather than holding on to it just because you would be getting dividends. Okay, I hope this point is also very clear to you all. Okay, so with that, let us move on to the next question. The third question is by Sarvesh Mishra, and the question is, मैम डीलिस्टिंग का प्रॉफिट किस में आएगा, एसटीसीजी और एलटीसीजी? क्या डीलिस्टिंग प्रॉफिट्स पर टैक्स होता है क्या? ओके, whether the profit will be STCG or LTCG. STCG is a short term capital gain, LTCG is a long term capital gain. That doesn't depend on whether you are selling it during the delisting or not. That depends on when you bought it. Okay, so assume I'm an investor who bought this share 5 years ago, okay, and I'm selling it off during the delisting process. Then it will be LTCG for me, long term capital gain tax for me. Okay, long term capital gain for me. Okay, but assume that I bought Vedanta just 1 month before and I have to give it off for the delisting process today, assume. Then because I'm holding it for lesser than 1 year, then it will be called as a short-term capital gain. Okay, so I hope I have answered this question also. STCG, LTCG doesn't depend on the delisting. It depends on what time frame you are holding the stock. Okay, delisting profits per tax hota hai. Again, the tax will be either STCG or LTCG, right? Okay, next question is by Varad. Thank you for uploading the video. Most welcome, Varad. Can I say that it is a classic example of internal reconstruction? Okay, for those who are from the finance background, they know what is internal reconstruction. And your thought process is very correct, Varad. This is very close to an internal reconstruction. Also, what are those factors that the company is going on for delisting and why the company is going for delisting? What is the reason Vedanta is doing it? Okay. So I actually went on to check that what reason the company has given for delisting. Okay, so I'll read out the major points for what they have mentioned for delisting. They say that we want to delist this, number one, for better management control. Okay, as a primary thing, better management control. So let us understand this. If the shares are delisted, the company will get more hold of the shares. Okay, so I'll give you a simple example. Right now the promoters hold some 50.14%. If the delisting is finalized, then what will happen? Majority of the people are going to give back their shares. So assume additional 45% of the shareholders give back the shares in the delisting process. Now the promoter will hold how much? Existing 50 point whatever, 50 plus 45 which the shareholders have given back. So now what will be the new shareholding of the promoters, if you can quickly tell me? Existing is what? 50.14. Okay, additional shares that the shareholders will be offering during the delisting will be, let us say, 45%. Kirti has given the correct answer. So now the new holding will be how much? Will be 95%. Okay, I hope this is also clear. 95.15 precisely by Siva Ramakrishna. Okay, so okay, 95 point, correct. Sachin is also giving the correct answer. So now with this, can I say the company will have a better management control? Answer is obviously yes. If I originally have only 50% control versus new case I have 95% control, better management, no doubt about that. Second reason that they have given is for a flexible capital structure. Now if they have the full control, they can also change the capital structure. They can change how much equity portion they should have, how much debt portion they should have. So that is, these are one or two reasons that they have mentioned why they want to go in for the delisting process. Okay. Well, the next one is by Sunil Roy. Ma'am, I guess the board of Vedanta also need to see that resolution passes in favor of delisting. Only if those is in favor twice in the number than those against it and not otherwise. Okay. So for those who did not understand this question, today only the Vedanta was going to have a board meeting. I'm not sure whether the board meeting, it might have taken place, but I didn't get any update on any of the apps till now. Didn't check it out in the news as well. I don't think okay, so no, no one has even posted it here. Whatever is the outcome of today's board meeting gives, if you have seen the video very carefully, today in the board meeting it was to be decided that in principle whether they want this or not. Okay, this twice in the favor 2:1 thing is going to go ahead with the shareholders, not for board of directors. So for board of directors, it's a normal majority which is required, but for shareholders it's going to be 2:1. Okay, so I'll give you a simple example. If, just as an example, if 10 people are in the board of directors, then at least 6 people should say yes for in principle delisting. Okay, more than 50% has to be there for the board resolution. Okay, assume that out of 10, 6 people say yes. Okay, then what happens next? What happens is that after this is done, then when this proposal is taken to the shareholders, for shareholders it should be 2 in favor and 1 maximum against it. So let us take this example, that assume that there are 300 shareholders. Out of 300 shareholders, at least 200 shareholders should say yes for this, and even if 100 shareholders say no, that is okay. It has to be at least 2:1. Okay, I hope this is clear. Here the majority, normal majority is not taken into picture. So otherwise what would have been the normal majority? Can anyone tell me? Assume that there are 300 shareholders and assume that this were to be a normal majority. Then how many should have gone in favor? If anyone can tell me. Yes, normal majority is 151, absolutely. So normal majority is 151, but in this case, for delisting case, it's not 151, it is 2:1. Okay, so in our example, it will not be at 151, it will be at 201. So 200 se zyada hona chahiye. So at 201, this will be agreed at the shareholders case. I hope this point is also clear. This is for SR lagega na, special resolution. For special, so normal meaning of special resolution is actually 75%. Okay, those who have learned this, normal special resolution is 75%. But for delisting process, it is very clearly given that it is 2:1 ratio. So 2:1 will come out to, I guess, 66.66%, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be like 2/3, na, not 3/4. So this will be 66.66%. Absolutely, Pushkar, you are correct. So I know that the meaning here is a little bit different, but in the delisting norms, which are specifically mentioned by SEBI, they say 2:1, even if they have mentioned the word special resolution. Okay, so this is like an exception in this case. Right. Next, there was a doubt by Pratik Kumar that 90% is of whom. So 90% in this case, there was a confusion, I guess. I have cross-checked it, Pratik. 90% is the existing promoters plus public holding. Okay. Maybe there was some confusion at your end. I have cross-checked this. So again, I'll repeat it for you. Total number of shares 100. Post this reverse book building process, the promoters should have minimum 90%. So existing stake of promoters plus the existing shareholders stake. Okay, so that is where the 90% comes up, na? So it's not only the promoters that should have 90%. So existing stake of promoters plus the bought back shares by the promoters, all put together, that has to be minimum 90%. Then only this will be considered. Okay. Again, a very good question by Saundar Raj. He says, ma'am, this is very much informative. I have a doubt. Please answer in Monday Q&A at 7 p.m. And that is the reason why I've taken it, Saundar Raj. Okay. Ritik Arora about rights issue. Don't worry, we are going to have a separate lecture on that. I'm going to show you live also how to apply for the rights issue. We'll talk about that later. First, let's focus on this Q&A. So what is the question? Very good question. Everyone pay attention. If Vedanta gets delisted, some mutual funds will have small weightage in their portfolio on Vedanta stock. How this will be impacted? For example, how this will be matched if Vedanta got delisted? Whether some other company will get replaced? Will other company replace Vedanta having same sector background? Waiting for the answers. Okay, so I'll first simplify the question for you. His question is that some mutual fund might be holding Vedanta. Okay, assume that it's a mutual fund which is a passive mutual fund, where it is exactly matching the Nifty. Okay, so one is an active mutual fund, one is a passive mutual fund. Passive mutual fund generally does what? It invests in the same proportion of Nifty. So whatever is the return of Nifty, same will be the return of your mutual fund. If Nifty has a positive return of 2%, ideally your mutual fund will also have a positive return of 2%. Okay, that's like a passive mutual fund. So what will happen in that case? If Vedanta gets delisted, then some other share will come in Nifty 50, obviously. Then what the mutual fund house will have to do? Mutual fund house will have to buy the shares of that new company which comes in Nifty. Okay, I hope you understood this. One more time if you want. Let us say in Nifty 50, currently obviously we have Vedanta. Okay, so some mutual fund might have invested in Vedanta. If Vedanta gets delisted, what will happen? Now 50 will get reduced to 49, Nifty 50 will get reduced to 49, but that will not happen. Why? The moment Vedanta goes out, some other company will come in. Obviously, I hope okay till here. If Vedanta goes out, some other company will come in. What the mutual fund will have to do in that case? They will have to buy the shares of that company which has now come inside Nifty 50. Okay, and if this be so, then again, finally, the mutual fund continues to be a passive mutual fund. They will have to go in for the different companies' shares. Okay, now which company will get replaced? That will be decided by the respective authority. We can't decide that. Okay, so they'll have to buy the shares of that company now. Okay, I hope okay till here. Is this question understood? But the company which replaces may be in higher price. Possible. Why not? That is possible. But how does that impact? That is okay. They'll have to buy the other company just to ensure that the balance remains same. Okay. Perfect. Vivekanand, you are going on a different track. Wait. So I guess these were the major questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had actually planned only 5 questions, but went ahead with 7 questions. There was one more question. I'll just put on this screen. Okay. There was one more question which was asked by one of the viewer, and I thought that I should definitely clarify the question that was raised. Okay, everyone pay attention. One of the viewer thought that I'm scaring the investors. I don't know why he thought that, but he has written that you're scaring the investors by stating that this will get delisted and all that. Why would I scare the investors? I did not understand. There has to be an intention behind doing any act. Okay, so what was misinterpreted? I'll tell you. If you remember, in one part of the video I say that if mutual fund houses, so if DII, if FII and FPI all agree to the delisting, everyone pay attention. If DII, FII and FPI all agree to the delisting, then retail individual investors don't have any say. Why did I say that? Simple reason. If you remember the breakup of shareholding pattern, retail individual investors hold how much? Do you recall? Those who have seen the video, can you recall how much percentage retail individual investors hold in Vedanta? Roughly, if you can recall that. Absolutely. Avinash has given the correct answer. Roughly, it was around 7%. And that is the reason why I had told you that anyways, if 7% only is held by retail individual investors, then even if we all retail individual investors say that we don't want to go ahead with this delisting, unfortunately, there is no power in our hand. The major power lies in the hand of DIIs, FIIs, and the promoters. Okay. This was a reality check that I gave you. I had no intention of scaring the retail individual investors. These were the facts that I put in front of you. Okay. So please don't misinterpret my lecture. It was just a fact in front of you. But obviously, end game is what I the word that I used, absolutely. But also remember one very basic thing, that do you think that DIIs, FIIs, all these people are going to give in at such a low price of 87, 88 rupees? Won't they be also bothered about their own profits and their own losses? Absolutely, absolutely. So what I feel is that I just put the facts in front of you. I don't think that people, thank you, yes. So I hope everyone understands this, that I just put facts in front of you, and of course the individual investors will also take care of that. Of course, Tushar, I also mentioned in the video, maybe I'm not sure, or in some live stream, definitely I said this, that even I'm invested in Vedanta. So yes, even I'm closely looking into the matter of Vedanta delisting. Don't worry on that, and I'll update you on that as well. Okay. So yes, I guess that's it for the Q&As that I had pre-decided. We still have 5 more minutes for the session because, as I mentioned, 7 to 7:30 is going to be our live stream. Tell me if you have any questions. Sunil says, you are educating, ma'am. After watching your video, I became more aware. Thank you. Okay, till I get any question, quickly welcoming all the new members: Yogendra, Kevin, Ganesh. Hello friends, Mohit, Suresh, and Shubham Amale. Welcome to memberships. Danush Kodi says tomorrow 5:45 a.m. or 6 a.m. 6 a.m. please. Okay. What about market crash, ma'am? Bhavya Mohan asks. Yeah, today it did happen that market saw a big correction, and my thought process, I may go wrong, if if you're checking out at pure technical analysis, okay, taking nothing else is taken into consideration, how are the global markets reacting, no other fundamental is taken into consideration. If you're talking about pure technical analysis, ideally market should correct from here, okay, because I'll also tell you the reasons. There was an MACD crossover, a negative crossover, which we saw today. I'm talking about the daily candlestick, okay. Second thing is there was a Bollinger Band indicator also, which talks about a fall. Third thing is that even if you're talking about Fibonacci levels, it's still, the support is still almost 150 points away. So if you're talking about pure technical analysis, I feel that in the near term market should correct a little bit more. How much exactly, how many points, I don't talk about these targets and all that, but my view on the market is definitely bearish right now, because today it closed at a level which was below the base support level of 8,900. It has closed well below 8,900. So there are great chances that market might go in a negative trend right now. Ma'am, what is your opinion about options selling with hedging? If you are pro in options, you may go ahead with that, no doubt. For those who are interested in my in technical analysis, correction, Ashwini, Ashwin, correction means market will go down. Okay, so that's my website, rachanaranade.com. For those who are interested in technical analysis, I think you should have a look at my website and you should check out the technical analysis lecture series for you to understand what I was talking about, MACD crossover, RSI, and all that. Okay, Prashant says, should one buy Vedanta? If you are a trader category person, then you may go ahead and play for that small range of whatever number of rupees. But if you are an investor, I don't think investing in Vedanta at this juncture makes sense. I don't think so. So from trading point of view, just quick in and out, maybe that should be okay. But if you're a long-term investor, if you go in the company, I don't think it's a good bet as of now. Rajgaj says, waiting for your reply. I'm sorry, I didn't. Okay, please give hint. Should we buy at CMP? I hope I answered your question. Not a good one for an investor. Pushkar asks, मैं कुठ है, मैं खालती खेळतो है. Okay, if the delisting fails, when can they apply? Oh yes, that was a question. Shri Niketan, I saw your question in the comments. I guess you had put this question in the comment section also. That if the delisting fails, can they apply for delisting again? I did check out the Companies Act for that, but I didn't find any specific time frame for that. That if the delisting fails, whether they can again go ahead for delisting within a specific time frame. Didn't find any quick answer in the Companies Act. We'll have to check the SEBI delisting norms for that. But if I get any answer on that, I'll update it. But primarily, I didn't find any time frame within. So I didn't find any cooling period as such. Okay, so yeah, that was answer for Shri Niketan. Okay, last one or two questions because we are at 7:30. Are you earlier aware that Vedanta was getting delisted? Praveen Dikshit, had I been aware about that, why would I have invested? No? So it's a surprise for everyone, obviously. Okay. Shivraj says, waiting for F&O lecture series. Shivramu, the problem is lockdown. Everyone is working from home. You know, recording the entire lecture series at home is a tough task. Recording a YouTube video is also a big task for me. Setting up the lights, the camera, and everything. So, yeah, that is the reason why the F&O lecture series is getting postponed. Can't help. Okay, Dips, thank you for the super chat. Dips says, why FM 5th day test match stimulus? That was a good comparison. 5th day of the test match stimulus didn't show any positive on the stock market. Dips, I think there are many questions which are being asked about the FM package. I think because you also pointed it out right now, I think I should make a separate video on that, Dips. I'll answer your super chat in a more detailed manner is what I feel. So today is what? Monday, na? Let me see if I can, because me and my team, we are making notes on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. What are the, summary or in shorts, we have tried to summarize for day 1 to day 5. So what I can do is, instead of just making a plain summary of that and leaving it for our research, I'll make a video on that and I will try to post it this Wednesday only, day after tomorrow, because almost our research summary is ready. So instead of keeping it with us, because Dips, you have done a special request, I will release a video on that also. Most probably Wednesday. Okay. I think you getting insider news. What happened, Dhanush Kodi? Your views on HDFC, AMC and Asian Paints were also went correct. Oh my God, no insider news. It is just one thing. Only one answer. Fundamental analysis. If you can analyze a company very well, then I will not say that you will not lose even 1 rupee of money. Definitely you can lose money in stock market, but at least the probability of you losing money is less. So yeah, I think fundamental analysis makes a lot of sense. Again, I feel those who have not checked out my fundamental analysis lecture series, you should visit my channel, Rachana, my website again, rachanaranade.com. You have my fundamental analysis lecture series there as well. Have a look at it. The confidence with which you will pick up stocks for your own portfolio will definitely be on a higher side, is what I feel. Madhav says, ma'am, there is a talk of United Spirits delisting. Yes, Madhav, you are absolutely right. Even I read it in the news that there are talks going on about United Spirits being delisted. But I mean, let's see if we get any additional news on that. Then we will let you know for sure. Okay. Okay. I guess yes. See, Viraj has put the link of my website. Viraj, if you can also put the discount coupon code as well for those who want to go ahead with either the fundamental analysis lecture series or technical analysis lecture series, so that it will benefit everyone. Siddharth till then asks, ma'am, what about the top two? Top two stocks different. See, I'll tell you, the problem is that we were doing top two lecture series, but so many news are being flooded in the market right now that we are falling short on that. So yeah, I do have the top two pharma, top two IT, top two construction also ready with me. But so many news coming up. We are making more news on more videos on the news. Wow, Pushkar has So Pushkar has pasted the coupon code. Thank you, Pushkar. And that is Viraj has also pasted the coupon code for for the combo pack. Great. Okay, guys, 4 minutes for in excess of the decided time. Good. I think Vedanta, all points whichever I wanted to cover, I have already covered. What is unfair? Shrida Reddy says it is unfair. Because I'm stopping the stream, it is unfair? No. Ma'am, I had a query. If amalgamation time shareholder who was in transferee company will got share free of cost or in exchange ratio? If I answer your question correctly, in case of amalgamation, will you get shares free of cost or in exchange ratio? Of course, you'll get an exchange ratio. I think Shrida, you should check out my HUL GSK video. In that, I've explained how or in what ratio you will get the shares. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, yes. Welcome to Shalini for the memberships. Okay. So, well, that's it from my side. I'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. All the 6 a.m. club people. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. only, not at 5:45. 6 a.m. tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 6:30 for the morning live stream. So, till then, that's it from my side, guys. Jai Hind and bye-bye.